Hi YouTube family, welcome to my channel. Today we are cooking homemade Chinese hot and sour soup. This is a variation of the classic takeout recipe everyone knows and loves. But before we get into the recipe, please kindly like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. In order to complete this recipe, you will need 10 minutes of prep time, 40 minutes of cook time, and in total 50 minutes of cook time. The main ingredients are 1 box of veggie stock, 5 large mushrooms, 1 carrot medium size, firm tofu, and 2 cloves of garlic. For the garnish, you will need green onions and sesame seeds. For the stock, please note you can use chicken stock or water to substitute. For the sauce, you will need 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1/4 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of sweet chili sauce, 1/4 spoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and a sprinkle of chili powder. For the thickener, you will need 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. Once you have all the ingredients, we are set to cook. Feel free to go back and see the recipe if you missed anything. Please grab your cutting board and your knife and let's begin prepping. You will need 1 medium carrot cut into 3 pieces. Those 3 pieces will need to be cut into halves, as you can see on my cutting board. You will then need to cut each piece into sticks just like you see here. Next, grab your 5 mushrooms and start slicing them thinly. I have used cremini mushrooms for my recipe. You are free to use shiitake mushrooms, button mushrooms, or any other type of mushroom you would like. But for me, the cremini mushroom just seems to hold up well in the soup. Another option is dried mushrooms. If you have those available, feel free to use those in your soup. They make a great addition. For the tofu, you will need about half of the package for this recipe. You may use the entire package if you would like, but for me, half of the package works perfectly for this amount of soup. Start by slicing your tofu in 1.5-inch sticks. As you can see here, I am slicing the tofu all together and piling it up and then slicing them for ease. This is a great way if you want to do a whole bunch at a time. So now the tofu is all sliced, please see the size of my sticks here. They are not too thin and they are not too thick. They are the perfect size for the soup that won't fall apart. Chop your green onions in small pieces and set aside. Keep half for your soup and half for the garnish at the end of the video. Here are all the chopped vegetables and tofu ready to go. On medium-high heat, add 2 drizzles of olive oil and saute your garlic for 2 minutes. I forgot to add some garlic, so I've just added it into the pot. And now I'm going to continue stirring the pot whilst it's cooking. Continue cooking until the garlic becomes fragrant. Now it is time to add in your carrots and your mushrooms into the pot. Once you've added all of your mushrooms and your carrots into the pot, it is time for a little bit of seasoning. Now it's time to add in pepper and salt into your dish. Once you've added the pepper and salt, stir completely and ensure that it incorporates with the garlic. Now it's time to saute your mushrooms and your carrots on medium-high heat for 4 minutes. I've sped through the video so you don't have to see the whole entire 4 minutes of me stirring the vegetables. So it's just about the 4-minute mark, and now it's time to add the box of vegetable stock to the soup. Now that the stock has been added to the soup, you must boil the soup for 20 minutes on medium to soften the vegetables. This takes a little bit of time, but it is worth it in the end. We have now reached the halfway point of boiling the stock. At this point, you will need to cover the lid. Now it's time to make the sauce. In a bowl, add 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, 1/4 spoon of dark soy sauce. This is optional, by the way. You do not have to include it. 1 tablespoon of sweet chili sauce, 1/4 spoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and a sprinkle of chili powder. Combine the sauce together and add it to your soup, as you can see here. I am just about to put it inside the pot. Now that you have the sauce in, please add in your tofu. Please be very gentle when you put your tofu in. You don't want to break any of those little sticks that you have created. Now it is the time for you to get half of your green onion and put it into the soup. As you can see here, I'm putting half of the green onion that I had chopped earlier. After adding in your green onions and a quick stir, add in some more black pepper to taste. You can also add in salt, but that is optional because the stock are already salty. You do not need to really add any more salt to your soup. However, if it is your preference, please feel free to add salt into your soup to taste. Now, stir your soup for a few more minutes just to combine, and then you will cover the soup for another 15 minutes. This is a step you don't want to miss. You need to cover your soup so everything incorporates all together. So when you incorporate everything together, your tofu will become more flavorful and the soup will be more robust when it's done. Once the 15 minutes have elapsed, open the cover and stir your soup. After stirring, it is now time to make the thickener. The thickener consists of 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. Mix thoroughly to combine. It may seem a little thick at first, but it will loosen up when you stir it together. Once you have combined your thickener, it is now time to add it to your soup. I am adding mine to the soup right now. After you've added your thickener to the soup, begin stirring and stir completely to combine. Continue stirring for 2 to 3 minutes on high heat to thicken your soup. Your soup needs to have a little bit of thickness to become the true authentic hot and sour soup that we know and love. Continue stirring your soup until the perfect consistency to your liking. As you can see here, my soup is just ready. It is now time to serve. Now it's time to grab your favorite soup bowl and serve up your soup. Once you've served up your soup, it's time to grab your sesame seeds and your green onions for your garnish. I'm just going to grab mine. Here we go. Now it's time to add your sesame seeds and your chopped green onions to make your soup look pretty. Give me one moment whilst I find my green onions. There we go. It's being added on top just right now. And there we have it, family. This is my version of homemade hot and sour soup you can enjoy anytime at home. Thank you for cooking with me today. I hope you come back again soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and join the family. See you soon!